JIT-TV, just in time.
Sanibonani babukela emakhaya and a very warm welcome to JIT-TV News, where we bring you nothing but politics, business, sports and entertainment all in one experience. Igama lami Andile Gugulethu, intombi yakwaCindi uMahlaba. Take a look at your headlines for today. South African government extends permits by another 6 months.
Zimbabwe's driver stocks are up 600% to dodge a currency crash. Ghana patients in danger as nurses head for NHS in UK. ICC Men's Cricket World Cup Qualifier 2023 tickets go on sale.
South Africa has extended the validity of Zimbabwean exemption permit by a further 6 months to allow the holders to apply for one or more other visas and waivers provided in the Immigration Act. The permits were due to expire on the 30th of June, and a number of Zimbabweans living and working in South Africa have started expressing their desire to be assisted to come back home. The government had put in place measures to allow for their seamless return, but in a statement seen by the Herald Wednesday, attributed to South Africa's Home Affairs Minister Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi, the exemption permits have been extended to the 31st of December. Dr. Motsoaledi said during the 6 months, no holder of the ZEP may be arrested or ordered to depart.
I'm not surprised. Greetings to your audience. I'm not surprised. This is the third extension by the minister. It speaks to the fact that the initial decision was ill-conceived and impractical, and we told them that at that stage it was impractical, unfair, unreasonable, in our view, unconstitutional and unlawful. And that's the reason why we are challenging that decision. We knew that the minister could not deal with the backlog that existed even before he made the decisions that he had made. And unfortunately, what this has done is simply kick the can down the road and added to the anxiety for Zimbabweans. We are happy at least that the deadline, which was looming in the next 2 weeks, would have caused a lot of pandemonium in the country. Would have caused a lot of trouble. But we are relieved that it has been averted. But the initial problem, has not gone away.
Replace the current metal driver's licenses with a new plastic disc are at an advanced stage as government, through the Central Vehicle Registry, moves Zimbabwe into line with the common market for Eastern and Southern Africa, Eastern African Community and SADC. In the region, South Africa and some other countries already use plastic licenses, and recently those who passed their Zimbabwe driving test at the Vehicle Inspection Department to ports countrywide are immediately issued with a temporary paper license before obtaining the metal license in a few months later. Let's take a look at the African news for today. Now, the recruitment of nurses by high-income countries but from poorer nation is out of control, according to the head of one of the world's biggest nursing groups. Many specialist nurses have left the West African country for better paid jobs overseas. In 2022, more than 1,200 Ghanaian nurses joined UK's nursing register. This comes as the National Health Service increasingly relies on staff from non-EU countries to fill vacancies. Although the UK says active recruitment in Ghana is not allowed, social media means nurses can easily see the vacancies available in NHS Trust. They can then apply for those jobs directly. Howard Caton from the International Council of Nurses is concerned about the scale of the numbers leaving in Ghana. Let's move right along now to the international news. Now, The Little Mermaid has bombed with moviegoers in China and South Korea amid racist critics in some quarters over the casting of black actress Halle Bailey as main character Ariel. Disney's live-action remake has made only $3.6 million in mainland China since opening there on the 26th of May. According to Box Office Mojo, it brought in just 19.5 million yuan in its first 5 days, compared with 142 million yuan for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Man verse in just 5 days of the film's opening. The chilly reception comes as the viewers in both countries questioned the choice of Bailey as a star of the movie, a decision that has been celebrated elsewhere.
JIT-TVzw, just in time.
Building the brand. This is where you have to be to get where you want to be. Exploring companies and businesses that are thriving and leading is what we are all about. I am Mazimpofu, your host, that will be bringing to you big cooperatives and relevant people that will be sharing with you their journeys of successes, failures, and lessons learned in their businesses, from humble beginnings to global success. Catch me, Mazimpofu, on Building the Brand.
JIT-TVzw, just in time.
Let's get down now to the business side of news for today. Now, Zimbabwe is frantically trying to protect their savings from collapsing currency have driven the country's main stock index up by 600% this year. Local traders see more gains in store as there are few alternative assets to buy. Zimbabweans often turn to equities as the haven from currency meltdowns and episodes from high inflation, as happened in June 2020 when the inflation rate reached 837%. The boss in Harare, the capital, briefly halted trading on Tuesday when the jump in the old share index breached a 10% limit introduced in April, the second time that's happened. Zimbabwe on Tuesday announced fresh steps to liberalize its foreign exchange market, while the central bank raised its benchmark interest rates. Now, Zimbabwe is optimistic that this year's winter wheat production will surpass last year's yield of 375,000 tons, following various interventions implemented by government and the private sector to bolster production. So far, 81,000 hectares out of the targeted 90,000 hectares have been planted, with Midlands Province having planted 9,423 hectares, surpassing its target of 9,000 hectares. Mashonaland Central Province has so far planted 14,887 hectares from a target of 18,200 hectares, while Mashonaland East Province has planted 12,728 hectares from a target of 14,000 hectares. Farmers are also urged to continue planting wheat until 15 June to ensure that the crop will not be compromised by early rains. Now, the Gold Mafia documentary became televised on the Al Jazeera channel.
Nonsensical documentary, a racist propaganda tool.
They have a right to sell their gold anywhere. In fact, I encourage Mnangagwa bust the sanctions.
Government of Zimbabwe is incurring no risk, but it receives the tax.
Please wake up to the reality and the real scam that's taking place here.
Nothing but the best interesting stories and the hottest ones on The Alternative View.
The revolution shall be televised.
And lastly, on to your sports news for today. Now, tickets for the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup Qualifier 2023 in Zimbabwe are now on sale to the public, with the event taking place across 4 venues in Harare and Bulawayo from 18 June to 9 July. Zimbabwe Cricket said in a statement that fans can purchase their tickets to selected matches online at cricketworldcup.com. Tickets will also be sold at the venue gates on match days, subject to availability. Charges have pegged between $2 and $10 to enjoy in person the 4 group matches involving Zimbabwe, as well as all the Super 6 fixtures and the final. Spectators will be able to watch for free all the other groups matches are not involving the hosts.
Welcome to Zambezi River Lodge, Victoria Falls. Nestled on the banks of the mighty Zambezi River, right on the edge of the national park, Zambezi occupies the most unique and finest spot with the tranquility and seclusion every traveler seeks. Each of its well-appointed rooms is either garden or river facing, allowing you to soak in the serenity of the environment. The award-winning restaurant Amlonga offers delectable cuisine, which includes our famous high teas. To explore Victoria Falls from this fine location, book any of our packages now. Zambezi River Lodge. Relax, refresh, replenish.
And that is all from me to you. A huge thank you for joining me today. As always, kindly please comment to all our social media platforms at Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, or rather you can go to our website at www.JIT-TVzw. Signing out, it is Andile Gugulethu Intombi Akwacindu Mahlaba. Have yourselves a lovely
JIT-TV, just in time. JIT-TV, just in time.
There are not so many places where mice excellence has been achieved. Meeting in Zimbabwe is the best business decision you will ever make. Our adherence to COVID-19 safety protocols is second to none, coupled with the warm and hospitable nature of the people of Zimbabwe. Our conference facilities sit on marvelous backdrops which will offer a splendid experience that will leave a lasting impression on you and your delegates. The magic of Zimbabwe can be felt in every breath, bite and beat. Stadiums and exhibition centers are known for their international appeal and world-class standards. The high-end technology will surely enhance your experience of the exhibition, festival or concert. Motivate your team by treating them to a trip of a lifetime through our crafted itineraries. Should they have love for adrenaline-packed activities or calm and relaxed excursions, the enchantment will last a lifetime of memories. Mingle and engage with locals and enjoy our diverse culture and warm hospitality. Our mice drivers are ready to welcome you to Zimbabwe and exceed your expectations.
The revolution shall be televised. JIT-TV, just in time.